All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. This is something, sort of a rabbit hole that I've been suggested to check out about 1,000 times at this point. One of the many Dynamo videos, or actually this is a whole playlist. But yeah, there's been a lot of Dynamo videos that people are like, this is a must see. And then this whole series, it's like 30 videos, I think. It's called, let's see, The Tragedy of the Detroit Pistons. Now, Dynamo is a Detroit Pistons fan, and as most of you know, they had a historically bad year last year. So I kind of wanted to go down the rabbit hole and see what this journey was like for him. So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and blab a bunch. I want to see what this is all about with you guys before I comment. And yeah, as always, I'm gonna link the original Dynamo. I guess per video, I'll link the Dynamo videos that I'm displaying here, or I might just link the whole playlist. Honestly, I'll probably just link the whole playlist, make it easy on everybody. But I'll stick that down in the description as always. Everybody else, please leave a like to this video. Let's check it out. Let's see what this is. Here we go. First video is called Pistons Fan Reacts to Monty Williams Signing. All right, that's taking my old coach Monty from the Phoenix Suns, who we had a lot of success with, and it was part of us blowing up the team. We got rid of Monty, we got rid of Chris Paul, and then we basically surrounded Devin Booker with a bunch of people he's never played with, including Kevin Durant now and Bradley Beal, and it's a tragedy over here too, man. So let's see how this goes. Here we go. No. Yes. This is funny in hindsight.
I'm so happy. Oh, yes.
I bet by the end of this series, he's begging for him to get fired, even though I would take him back.
Oh my God! After that draft took years off my life. I swear to God, I was plotting on the downfall of many individual in the NBA, but no more, because this is an amazing consolation prize. Monty Williams, the man who turned the culture around in Phoenix, is coming to Detroit. Oh my God! And he's coming here on the biggest contract in NBA history for a coach. Now, did we overpay for him?
Yeah.
Probably. But Monty Williams was heavily sought after by many different NBA organizations. He said he was going to take this year off. Teams began to rescind their offers because they say, okay, yeah, he's going to take some time off, get away from the game. But Detroit said, no, I refuse. No means yes. We need you. And if you couldn't tell already, yes, I am a fan. I live here. It's my team.
Yeah.
The Pistons of old, the bad boy Pistons in the 80s. And then you had a resurgence.
Yeah, I know.
With the going to work Pistons. We need something like that back. We need to return to prominence. We didn't have a mayor for a number of years. We never mayor. The police department would leave us on hold. How many times do I have to say that? Like, do you know how bad that is? You call 911 and they say, please hold. They even had the hold music too on a 911 call.
Oh, man.
You know how bad that is? Like, the ops are going to wait for you to get back on the line with them. That's what we have to be through. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of the disrespect to Detroit. Poverty franchise. Oh, poverty franchise. I was like, yeah, but we won championships.
Poverty.
What's the matter with you?
You can't say Detroit is a poverty franchise, and a lot of people don't understand that the Suns have never won a championship, yet we're always kind of in the talks. We wouldn't be considered a poverty franchise, but if anybody is, it should be us. And maybe Minnesota? Because, yeah, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but yeah, we haven't won jack. You guys, in my lifetime, Pistons fans, you've won 3 in my lifetime. I would take 3 over 0 any day of the week.
Not to mention that Malice in the Palace shit. We're still getting flack for that to this day.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody tell me, how does it make sense when a team jumps into your stands and beat up your fans, but yet it's your fault? I've still been hearing that. Detroit, this is a horrible place. How you punch fans in the face, but it's the fans' fault? If it had been any other city, you wouldn't be hearing that. The hell was that? Sounds like a gunshot outside. But anyway, we are one of the few teams that can say that they beat on many different occasions the GOAT himself. Now, I don't agree with the ways in which they did it with the Jordan rules and stuff of that nature. However, a win is a win. And to do so back to back would have been damn three if it wasn't some egregious call in, I believe, the 1990 finals. And after Dwayne Casey's departure, we need a new voice to reinvigorate effort, energy, grit in the locker room. We need to get back to our identity being a high caliber defensive team. And Monty Williams can do that. I believe.
Oh man, I wish I watched this back when this happened a year ago. Because Monty was never going to be that guy, Dynamo. Monty is a great offensive mind, and he's also like a great peacekeeper, I guess, as a leader. Like very calm, very respectful to the players. He doesn't have that defensive grit mind that the Pistons are so famous for. And I agree with you about the bad boy Pistons. I much prefer how you guys did it in 04. That was very respectable. Like one of the most respectable, dirtiest, grittiest championships I've ever seen won. And you guys did not bend any rules that time around. It was fair and square, just good, solid, amazing defense, great leadership, great coaching, top to bottom. You guys were awesome. Yeah, those body slams and I'll just be real. Bad boy Pistons, y'all were focusing so much on injuring the players. It was just too far. That wasn't basketball anymore.
He can do that. Now, I did see some Sun fans weren't too appreciative of the job that he did in coaching in the Denver series, and few Suns fans say he got out-coached by Mike Malone. There's definitely an argument to be made there. I'm not going to try and defend Monty Williams just because he's come to Detroit and I'm like, no, he was amazing. The team failed him. I'm not going to say that.
No, it was a combination. That and also in the finals against the Bucks, we did feel like Monty got out-coached. Like we didn't change our game plan. That was the problem. Monty was a fantastic regular season coach. In the playoffs, he got exposed. I'll just be real. And I'm saying that as a dude who misses him. I didn't want Frank Vogel here. You know, I would take Monty back in a heartbeat right now. Just saying it how it is. He gave us some good years. But yeah, in the playoffs, he did not. It was twice that he did not really alter game plans when we've obviously been beat. And that's how we got eliminated. Just think about how Giannis was scoring at will against us in the finals. We didn't change our defensive strategy on him once. So most Suns fans just threw him right under the bus and hated him. But I saw that he gave us more than he took away. I thought he was a positive piece, a positive coach for us. Maybe get a new assistant coach around him that's more defensive minded. I thought we could have built around Monty into coaching as far as the coaching staff goes, because he's a good dude.
I do think when it comes to wanting to be there, which team wanted it more? Denver wanted it more, and they were the far better team. I don't think there was too much coaching one could have done to get over that hump that is Jokic and Jamal Murray, especially when you have little to no depth coming off of the bench. But of course, that doesn't excuse the fact that Monty Williams didn't call a timeout when the Nuggets went on a 15-0 run or something like that. He wasn't really present, I guess, in that ending stretch. I don't know if he just called it a day or waved the white flag and figured, yeah, there's nothing I can do here. There's a red flag or two to be thought about or seen with Monty Williams, but this is a young team that we have in Detroit. I don't know if a lot of you even pay attention to any of Detroit's games, but I've watched pretty much every single game this season. I see what we have here. There's some great potential we have in Cade Cunningham. He'll come back. He'll be fully healthy. He got taken out very early in the season because he had to have season-ending surgery. Then we have Jaden Ivey, who there were many people who were kind of questioning why we didn't get Jalen Green, and he's like a pseudo version of Jalen Green, but I think he's a more efficient version, and he plays off of Jalen Duren extremely well. Jalen Duren is like a baby Dwight Howard almost. He could do some amazing things. The man is only 18. He's 6'11", and I've seen him average a double-double. Just looking at the growth throughout the season has been great. We got James Wiseman as well. We've got Marvin Bagley. There's a lot to be excited for here in Detroit, especially with the 5th pick. I hope.
Oh, this is bad. Dynamo has a lot of hope for. He has so much hope. I'm so sorry, Dynamo. I'm not laughing at you. I'm not really laughing at you, but I felt the way that you feel that you felt during this. And to know how this goes, oh man, I just got to keep going. Oh,
Cam
man.
Whitmore's, I think he would complement Cade well as Jaden Ivey and Duren. He just slots in.
Yeah, it's gonna go great.
Far easier than some of the other picks that are available at 5. So I'm just really excited. I'm happy that we were aggressive in getting a coach who's big time, who at least has the resume to back up the contract that he's getting. And he's going to not be put in the hot seat for a few years because this is still a growing team. This is one of the youngest teams in the NBA. You're going to have a year or 2 years where there's not going to be much expected out of you other than win more games. We're not really thinking you're going to be a playoff team or play-in, but there has to be progression year to year. And there's no rush with developing players. You don't want to stunt people's growth or mess them up in a way that they just aren't able to develop the way that they should because they're under the knife and under a microscope.
I'm sorry, just for those of you who don't know, Monty Williams got fired after that first season with Detroit. Record was 14-68, and they had a 28-game losing streak last year. Yeah, you would think with a contract like that, you wouldn't fire your coach after one season, but it happened.
Constantly. So I'm very excited for next season. A healthy Cade, a better Cade. He's going to be in his 3rd year. We're going to see Ivy and Duren in their 2nd year.
Yeah.
Ivy made tremendous improvement.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be great.
From the beginning to the end of the year, as well as Duren. There's a lot to be excited about. I'm thankful. To Tom Gorse, thank you so much for being aggressive in this. This tells me that you guys genuinely want to win.
Yeah, they just don't know how to win yet.
Take the next step, and hopefully Monty can get us there. So thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Did you see any of the Pistons games this year? Are you not familiar with the previous coaching situation with Dwayne Casey? Do you think this is something good, or do you think this is something that could potentially look pretty foolish for the Pistons going forward? I hope not, because I can see people already, oh, you overpaid for a coach, and now look what happened. So, yeah, just tell me what you have to say below. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the next one.
All right, let's watch the next one. I think you guys should have kept
that
him.
was in Utah. Okay.
Sasser again, and he finishes it.
All right, so this one's called Detroit Pistons Are on the Rise. Oh, boy. Let me like this one, too.
Breaks the record for this summer league.
Oh, my gracious. Box out. Ooh.
Hayes. Ivy off the curl. Up top, the slam. Boy, an impressive way to start this ball.
Post 200
Oh, man.
rebounds.
Poor Dynamo. He's watching Summer League, getting all hyped.
Detroit starting to come alive.
You have anything else left in the bag? I mean, a 40-piece here to close out Summer League. How'd you do it?
Detroit
basketball.
Let's get excited. Oh, we just stay high.
Hello, everybody. Did you see that boy drop 40? I know I did. Twitter saw it as
40-piece chicken
Those
mini.
who are new to the channel may not know this, but Commissioner Dynamo is a Detroit Pistons fan. He is a Detroit native.
Yes, sir.
He also likes talking about himself in the third person, as he's doing right now.
Bob
He's
Dole.
a weirdo. I won't fault anyone for not paying attention to Detroit as of late. We haven't made the playoffs since 2019, first round exit there, and we haven't made the conference semifinals since about 2008. So it's like 14, 15 years ago. But allow me to be the first person to tell you, if you haven't been in the know, the Detroit Pistons are on the rise.
Oh.
We are coming. In 2021, we drafted Cade Cunningham. He's had some injury woes. He only played about 12 games this season. He had to undergo season-ending surgery on his shin, I believe. And majority of all the time that he's missed up until late was related to that shin. It was something that was bothering him in college as well. Now he's gotten it completely taken care of, and he's poised to return for the beginning of the 2023-2024 season, which will technically be his second season since he missed the majority of the previous. He's 6'7" at point guard. He can see easily over his defenders, taller than your average point guard. He's a great facilitator. He's got great mid-range game. And at the time of the 2021 draft, it was the consensus that he was the most complete, polished player in the entire draft class. There were a few worries concerning his game when it came to his motor, which is funny as they call him motorcade, but I guess they feel as though he's not as aggressive as he should be, which is something that's very irritating for me, not for him specifically, but for players who just aren't aggressive and you've got all these physical gifts. And they also talked about his shot not being exactly where it needs to be. He only shot about 31% from behind three-point range, but he's worked a lot on his shot in the time that he's been off. I could tell he's been itching to come back. He's been courtside watching a lot of the games. He put on a lot more weight as well. I don't know how he's a vegan. How he put on the weight that he does. I don't know how he does that. I'm not a nutritionist or anything, but I couldn't be no vegan.
I mean, some protein, like protein shakes and stuff like that. I guess he's got to have a lot of them to make up for it, but I don't know. I never really hear too many vegan professional athletes. I'm sure there's a lot out there, though.
The meat.
Pause.
The following year, we added Jaden Ivey, and there were many who wanted Jalen Green to go to the Pistons, but Jaden's game is somewhat similar to Jalen Green, and he's shown more growth in his tenure with the Pistons because at the beginning, he wasn't in any way, shape, or form a facilitator. Nobody thought he'd be somebody who's setting up other players and things, but after watching a majority of the games this year, I've seen him grow as a passer. I've seen him be able to run the floor. He's been able to see guys in open spots. Talents that people didn't think he would develop or really need to develop playing alongside Cade. But that's
okay, I don't want to be this guy, but I mean, this is too heartbreaking to watch right now.
Got these three.
Because he is so full of hope at this point.
Whatever they wanted.
Yeah, he's so full of hope at this point. NBA does small markets dirty is the next one. I want to go to the next one. Detroit stand up. The Pistons are back. Okay, yeah, I want to move on to the next one.
The 2023-2024 NBA regular season schedule has finally been released. And with the season just around the corner, it's not exactly around the corner. It's like if you see a McDonald's, but then you see the M, you're like a block away. It's like, what am I talking about? The Detroit Pistons are my team. You should know this if you've read the commissioner's biography, New York Times bestseller, by the way. I'm a native local of this city. I was born in the... Wait, I'm not finishing that sentence. The Pistons have done some pretty good things with their roster. We got a new coach, an elite coach in Monty Williams. We added two great additional young talents to the team, being Asur Thompson and Marcus Sasser. And our boy Cade is back, and I've seen too many NBA fans discount his skills just because he was injured. He's looking like he never left. He's better, he's stronger, he's faster.
Cunningham was dominant for the select team in scrimmages on Friday and Saturday.
I added that there just to back up what I'm saying, because I know y'all probably like, oh, he's hyping up, boosting up Detroit. They ain't gonna be good. No, you heard that, man. He said he was dominant. Long story short, I'm very excited for this upcoming season, not just for the season itself, but for my Pistons to see us grow, to see us improve. The lot of you will bear witness to the restoration of Detroit basketball.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Dynamo.
Look at that schedule.
You poor dude. You're so hype about this.
Fucking thing sucks!
Because fuck them, that's why.
Rigged. Why? They don't want us to win. They don't want us to be great.
With the 5th pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select.
That man Silver can't even say our name right.
Pistons.
He didn't mess up on anybody else's name except ours. Whatever. I'm digging too deep into this. Why is the schedule bad? Some of you who may be watching, you may be looking at your schedules of your respective teams or your favorite teams and be like, oh, ours is just as bad. No, it's not. No, it's not. Let me tell you why. Us only having 2 televised games, I'm not in disapproval of exactly. We were the worst team last year.
You were the worst team again. So that was a good financial business decision.
Though one would think with your smaller market teams, you'd want to televise them a bit more so casuals can become ingratiated with the players. They can get to know the players and not just have it be their home team and their home city knowing about them. The casual fan didn't even know who Giannis was until he literally won the MVP. And people to this day still can't pronounce this man's last name.
The poopo.
So televised games, whatever, let's put that aside. We get 15 back-to-back games this upcoming season, more than any other team in the NBA.
Oh, wow.
And over half of those games are against teams with title aspirations, heavy hitters of the NBA.
Yeah, it didn't matter, Dynamo. It didn't matter no matter what schedule you had. Okay. All right. I didn't expect to kind of browse through, but I really want to get focused on when the regular season starts and reality starts sinking in. This might be a long one. I'm going down the rabbit hole.
The 2023-2024 NBA regular season schedule has finally been released. And with the season
We just saw that. Okay, Detroit stand up.
White out to Marvin Bagley, the third for 3. Good read by Cade Cunningham. Glass getting a second opportunity, reversing the basketball, creating a one-on-one opportunity for Jusuma.
Okay, so he's happy in the beginning. Dynamo, did you guys win the first couple of games last year? Either way, it looks like you guys were playing some solid ball the first couple of games. Aww. Bro, this is going to break my heart because I like you, dude. This is going to break my heart watching all this.
We're waiting.
Oh, damn, the video started. I'm sorry, I was basking in the sunlight. I apologize to all of you who were expecting me to have this video up much sooner. I did try my damnness. Hours trying to get this video up, but for some reason, YouTube wanted to copyright this. Imagine a Detroit Pistons game getting hit with multiple copyright claims. It got to the point I said, I don't care if it's monetized. I just need to get this out there. Then it blocked it in the Western Hemisphere.
Dude, I know. I hate that. I hate it. There's so many videos that never make it because they just get blocked globally. And like, there's nothing I could do. Like anything I do to appease YouTube, they just stay blocked globally. It blows my mind.
You know what? I don't get it. I don't understand it. YouTube doesn't want me to be great.
They want you broke. They want you miserable. They want you unhappy.
But I won't let them. Also, happy 19K day. We're in the neighborhood stretch to 20K. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell your pet hamster to subscribe.
Oh, man, congrats. You're at 40-something now. 40, almost 45. Let's go.
So if you guys ever wonder why a video didn't upload when you thought it would, or I've gone dark and disappeared, 95% of the time it's YouTube related. So now let's get into the very thing that you came here for, the Pistons. We had to play against the Heat for our first game. Our first 2 games were away games. And even though we lost to the Heat, we did such a great job throughout the game and staying in it against Jimmy Butler. The only thing that did us in were turnovers. The turnovers were just crippling in every sense of the word. You can't win a basketball game turning the ball over as many times as we did. But I know those are growing pains. We did better taking care of the ball against Charlotte as well as against the Bulls last night. And can we talk about P.J. Washington acting the hell up right here? What is this? What in the 80s basketball? Who do you think you are? He thought Isaiah Stewart was Brittany Renner. The announcers were talking, so, oh, he was frustrated all night. Well, you mad because you didn't pull out? Don't get angry at us. As a matter of fact, change your name while you're at it. Anybody named Washington couldn't act this undemocratic. Jalen Duren's like, what's gotten into him? What's wrong with Guy? That's that 18-year contract anger. Ain't got nothing to do with us. You need to keep yours to yourself. Anyway, let me get back to
the marriage anger.
Let me
18-year
congratulate Zach
contract.
LaVine for an amazing and tremendous display of basketball last night. He just couldn't miss. He came out the gate swinging. He was on fire the second the ball touched his hands, and he ended the game with 51 points, which apparently tied Kevin Durant for the most done in our arena. When they put this up on TV, I was shaking my damn head because I was like, look at the main big three of the Brooklyn failed Nets.
Dude, Blake Griffin scored 50 points with the Pistons? Fuck. I didn't know that.
Absolutely torched us so many different times at home. Then another statistic was shown that made me feel so much better because Mr. Jalen Duren over here now passes LeBron James on the list of teenagers to achieve a double-double. The majority of the NBA world doesn't yet know who Jalen Duren is. They haven't become familiar with him, but you soon will. He's definitely going to be an all-star sooner rather than later.
Oh, man.
And he's only 19. He turns 20 in November.
Okay, so what I'm getting out of this video is that the Pistons lost the first 2 games of the season, but Dynamo is still so optimistic. I've been there. He's so optimistic still that things are going to turn around.
I believe he has tremendous upside, as well as in recent games, we've been seeing him run the offense. He's been a facilitator, which many didn't expect that to really be in his game. I saw him do it a few times last season, but he's become so used to it now. He's developed an affinity for it somewhat. He has multiple assists now per game, and he's able to achieve the double-doubles that he's achieving while being efficient with no plays being drawn up for him. He's where he needs to be at all times. He's even gotten a cosign from Paul George himself.
Dude is a sleeper. Y'all probably don't even know who this kid is. Jalen Duren.
Jalen
in Detroit, big man, like his game. And I see what I think he will be in the league. I see him as like a baby Dwight Howard, but he's like built like a grown man. God damn, this dude's strong as
Man, I don't know about comparing him to Dwight Howard.
Because he's only 19.
19?
Bro, I could not move him. I'm like boxing him out. Next thing I know, he in front of me. He didn't swim move me out the way. I remember going to the bench like, yo, this little dude's strong.
Detroit is also leading the NBA now in blocked shots as a team, which is it's just so great to hear, because the identity that Detroit has always had since its glory days with the bad boy Pistons has been that of defense. And what Monty Williams is trying to establish here is a culture. We don't exactly know what it is fully yet, but defense will be at the top of that list.
Yo, why were you thinking that Monty was going to be the defensive guy? I don't know if he lied to you guys, but he's not a good defensive coach. That was our weakness here in Phoenix with Monty. Still is, honestly. The culture's still here. But I'm curious, Dynamo, if you do watch this, what was it that was going on in Detroit, or what was said from Monty that led you to think that you guys were going to be a good defensive team, and that was going to be spearheaded from Monty Williams? Because as far as I see Monty, he's a very gifted. He's like a baby Mike D'Antoni kind of thing. He's an offensively minded coach, and yeah, let's just see how this keeps going. I'm enamored right now. I want to keep seeing this.
We could somehow mimic any of that in the past, or the going to work Pistons in the mid 2000s, and apply that to some awesome offense as well as great ball movement, because there's amazing ball movement there. We have the ability to really do something special. And now I also hear there's a lot of complaints among the Detroit faithful about how Monty Williams has been handling Jaden Ivey, because Jaden Ivey is coming off the bench now, and there are people thinking that this is going to be another DeAndre Ayton situation. No, it's not. Jaden Ivey was basically allowed to do whatever the hell he wanted last year because Cade was out. There were multiple Pistons who were out with injury, and we were just pretty much tanking. So you learn through experience. They just threw him into the pool and say swim. They threw him in the deep end. So he developed some bad habits here and there, but he also became a far better facilitator. He became a better person in being able to be offensively inclined. The game slowed down a bit for him more. But Monty Williams is treating it as in order to curb some of these bad habits, you're going to have to come off the bench, apply yourself, put the work in, and you get more minutes that way. And Jaden Ivey also defensively, I guess they say he's somewhat inferior to Killian Hayes, which to me was kind of surprising because Killian Hayes is, a lot of people been kind of just indifferent towards him. But one of the main reasons why we were even able to get back into the game against the Miami Heat was due to Killian Hayes' defense.
Real quick, I just want to defend Monty on one thing. The problems between him and DeAndre Ayton, that was Ayton's fault. That was not Monty's fault. The whole team had a problem with Ayton. He just didn't care. He was out there playing like Luke Longley. You know, he's tons of skill, tons of talent, zero hunger. Did not give a damn about winning.
Ivy has been a huge factor coming off the bench, running the second unit, because he's learned a lot of different things.
Okay, I'm moving to the next one. So at this point, Dynamo is, and let me give you a like there, is 2 games into the season, and they have lost. Lots of turnovers.
Shea, quickly.
Nice dunk.
I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
This was irritating. But
hey, so wait, they're 2-2 at this point. Not a bad start. They're 500.
Irritating are the amount of draft picks OKC possesses. You guys are a bunch of hoarders. This is unhealthy. Look at this. Look
they're rebuilding strong.
Draft picks on top of draft picks. You remember the song Racks on Racks? It should be called Drafts on Drafts on Drafts, OKC edition. This is ridiculous. This isn't just rich in draft picks. This is wealthy. This is Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk wealthy in terms of draft picks. Even his face, he's like, I didn't even know we had that many. The Pistons faced OKC 2 separate times in the preseason, and we were able to win close victories. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wasn't there for one of them. He was there for one, but I said, okay, yeah, it's preseason. Let's see what happens. This just shows the gap in terms of just skill level of both teams respectively. OKC is where we want to be sooner rather than later, hopefully in another year. You've got Chet Holmgren on top of a great nucleus, an amazing core, all led by this man, Shai Gilgeous, or should I say Shai Gorgeous Alexander. I'm going to just be upfront. This man has the best drip in the NBA.
I'm not gay, but damn, you're good looking, bro.
Slightly wild. Let me do something to offset that real quick. Let me just put this
there
up.
You go.
Right here. There we go.
There you go. Thanks, Dynamo.
Oh, another one is Christmas already.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
What was I talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, basketball. He's one of the best players in the league. And the amount of growth he's shown has been tremendous. And him to be on this squad that's basically taken care of and set to compete and contend for the next 5-10 years or more. You're going to constantly have draft capital, players to pull from. You can make numerous trades. You can almost acquire pretty much, no, not even almost. OKC can acquire any player in the NBA, basically, if they really want to, with the amount of draft picks and things that they have. The sky isn't just a limit. The outskirts of space and beyond is what this team can be destined for. There were so many instances where Detroit could have made a run, where the lead was trimmed down to just single digits, and it seemed like it was just, for most of this game, stuck at 10 points. But every time we got a basket, they got a basket. We got a three, they got a three.
No defense, no defense.
We couldn't get a stop. It became so frustrating. Yeah. I said, can we just stop them once and then build from there? But that just never happened. You also had some offensive sluggishness. Not too many people got going. Cade kind of did a little bit early, but then I guess he became a little bit out of rhythm.
Oof,
not too many
defense,
others were around to really offset that. The pace that OKC plays with is pretty relaxed. It's pretty comfortable. They're never really going faster than they really need to. The game comes to them. They were in control of basically the entirety of this game. And even if there were times where a lead was starting to build for Detroit, they were just like, oh, let's just calm down. Let's get things under control. And just was relaxed the whole night out there. Our biggest issue as a team is turnovers. The turnovers are just so bad. They're egregious. there's a lot of wild play that goes on. Cade will run down the lane, and then he tries to do something of a flashy pass or a pass that's just higher levels of difficulty than it really needs to be, and then somebody kind of plays hot potato with it or gets stripped. Hopefully that gets remedied. Well, I know that's going to get better and better because Cade is somebody that you do want the ball in his hands, him being able to find people, get guys open and things. Like, he's a good facilitator. He's going to get better. The turnovers with him in general have to get better as well. Chet Holmgren was in foul trouble somewhat, and he had about 5 fouls. Detroit.
All right, so at this point, I think Dynamo, he hasn't accepted it yet, but he's starting to see the signs. Monty isn't bringing that defensive mind at all. And with the young guys, you guys got a lot of turnovers. All right, let's move to this. There's the next one. Against the Suns, huh? Yeah. Now you're 2-5. It's getting worse. We kind of suck too. I'm not gonna lie. We had a bad year.
This wasn't expected, but at the same time,
I'm tired of losing.
All right, I'm sorry. This one is Detroit Pistons are lowering my life expectancy. I think reality is starting to set in by this point.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
Ha ha ha, he, shut up.
I'm sorry.
Editor over here making jokes at my
I'm not.
expense. Oh, wait. That's me. I might have to get another therapist.
Well, I'm so sorry. I almost feel bad for doing this at this point, but the Dynamo, you don't know how many fans like demanded I did this. They say that this whole series of yours is like it's like a piece of art. So I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at. I just like basketball, and basketball's funny, and it makes me laugh anyway, so I gotta go.
I don't take back any of what I said in that video. If anything, I'll double down on it. I'll even sharpen the sword that I fall on. This loss doesn't make me upset too much. By the way, Booker isn't playing yet again. That load management rant is coming. I just need time to recover from this. Doctor's orders. This loss to the Miami Heat is when I started to get highly irritated, because this was a very winnable game against playoff level competition, and Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Kevin Love, and others, they were just in the finals in the previous playoffs. And if you look closely at the scoring differentials in the second quarter, 18 points compared to 32, that's unacceptable. But I said it's Miami Heat. I didn't expect to win that anyway. I'm just mad that we could have won it and we didn't. But that's not the one that did it. This did. Oh, God. Man, I was so angry. I was so mad. You don't, not to them.
Yeah.
Trailblazers are basically damn near an entirely different team post Dame being traded. You've got Robert Williams, you've got DeAndre Ayton, you've got Scoot Henderson, key players who haven't played alongside one another. And we were dominating and in control most of the game until the Pistons just were like, we're something again. Hooray, everyone. And let the game get away from them. They took their foot off the pedal. They got out of the car completely. And I'm looking at them. I'm watching this game. Like, I know we did not just come out high on ourselves. What type of reefer is that? Whatever it is, I don't want it. I don't smoke or drink, but stay away from me. Because something like that, that's incredibly dangerous. If we can create imagination from nowhere and think ourselves better than we actually are, that's a high-grade hallucinogen. I'm sure there's plenty of people that'd be interested in getting some of that.
It's called opium.
Scoot Henderson thus far in this season has looked sus, more sus than usual for a new rookie player. The instant he was taken out of the game, they went on a run and they just never stopped. We couldn't do anything. And it was made worse by the fact that the refs, and we were at home, our refs are our biggest ops. Imagine having your ops officiate your game. And I know a lot of you, your favorite teams you watch, you think the calls are unjust against you and things. We all feel that way, but I swear, I'm not even being biased or anything to the Detroit Pistons, but just look at the amount, the sheer volume of free throw attempts the Blazers had in comparison to
They tripled you.
It's gotten to the point I can't even walk outside and hear a bird chirp without a shudder coming up my spine, without me twitching. I can't live like this. And when it comes time for any of our players, being Cade or Jalen Duren or Jaden Ivey, to get a whistle called, they just disappear. Whistles don't exist. They weren't invented yet. The main fault of the loss will still go to the Pistons. The majority or the lion's share of it, I'm still giving to them. But when you get the amount of calls that go against your favor, all of these things adding up, it takes you out of rhythm. It makes players frustrated. It becomes hard for people to then stay locked in. And then you also get the ones who will just be unaggressive for the rest of the game because they're in foul trouble or they just don't want to add to the team's total. That even happened against the Chicago Bulls, and we won that game. They went on like a 10-2 run or something more than that, just off free throw attempts, just going to the line, just constantly over and over. It just ruins the run. It's like, come on, man. On top of having the worst schedule in the NBA, the most amount of back-to-backs, we also have too many players out due to injury. We have Bogdanovich out again. Yeah, he hasn't played so far this season. You've got Monte Morris out. I think you even got somebody else out. Isaiah Livers, is he out? It's too many people who are going to space the floor, provide a veteran presence. They're just not there. So now we have somewhat of a repeat of last year. The only difference is Cade is here. We have a better Jalen Duren who's been just doing amazing, incredible things thus far. You've got Jaden Ivey who's been relegated to the bench. And I mentioned it in my previous video where I said, well, him coming off the bench in the second unit is to curb bad habits that were developed in that abysmal year that was last year when we weren't really playing for anything, just tanking.
Okay, all right. We're gonna do one more. So this part of the journey, I'm gonna like this one too. This is Dynamo searching for answers. The way I see it, commissioner is starting to blame the refs. This is all natural. These are like natural stages of grieving at this point. So he is not near acceptance yet. So right now it's the refs' fault. And Detroit. Okay, I think this is.
This is
where it is. Detroit Pistons are the worst team in the league again. Pray for me. I think this is where we cap it off for today. Let's watch this one. Monty. Bro, I miss you, dude. I miss you over here in Phoenix. What happened? What did we sentence you to? How could we throw you in Detroit like this? You deserve better than this, sir. You deserve better. And I know Pistons fans are going to think you deserve better than Monty. Man, everyone deserves better than this shit. None of this shit happened.
Between this team this year and last year, this is a completely different team.
2-11. Oh, yeah, it's got to sink in now.
Take him to Detroit.
No, not Detroit. No, please. Anything but that. No.
The Detroit Pistons are on the rise.
Uh-huh. Oh, bro. Oh, man.
Never learn, do you?
Dynamo, my stomach had been hurting today, too. Seeing that, man. Why did you have to do it?
Feast your eyes on this poor soul right here. This is the face of regret, foolishness, and indigestion. And this is the hair of a man that practices social distancing from a barber.
Please stop. Please. I thought I'd make a video how I normally do. But this isn't normal. There's nothing about this situation is normal. I try to live a nice, peaceful life. I try to do unto others as I would like.
Yeah, you don't deserve this.
I try to be a law-abiding citizen. But the Pistons won't let me. How have we lost 10 games in a row?
Yeah, oh my God, 10 in a row.
Why does this keep happening? Are we going to really... Are we about to go into a third to fourth year of bottom feeding? After everything I've done, after everything I've said, I thought that this would be a coming of age thing. I'm doing good with this channel.
Yeah, you are.
And then at the same time, the Detroit Pistons are rising. So it's like we could rise together, both you and I. But you refuse. You absolutely refuse to be great. Stop turning the ball.
Stop turning the ball over.
When you make eggs sunny side up, do you just turn it over for no reason? Let me flip it. It's not the same thing anymore. You are now stylizing the egg into something that it wasn't originally supposed to be in your mind. But you just think, let me turn it over just because that's exactly how the Pistons play basketball. Yeah. For no reason. And you know what else gets done for no reason, out of nowhere, on a whim, just because? Just do it. Nike. Not playing defense. Take a look at this play. Watch this. Watch this play.
100 seconds to go.
Wow.
Nobody decided to guard Evan Mobley.
Yeah, that's not the way you do it.
That wasn't in the first quarter. That was in the fourth quarter with 1:37 left. Oof. Yeah, that's a Monty team, though. You want to know why the Suns won so many games with Monty? It's because despite of our bad offense, we had the most elite despite our bad defense, we had the most elite offense you could imagine during that time. But even with that elite offense was not enough to compensate for our terrible defense. Dynamo, what you guys got going on in Detroit is not that kind of elite offense. It can't compensate for the lack of defense. It can't do it. We couldn't even do it. We couldn't do it over here, and our offense was flowing.
What the hell just happened? Where is the anything? Where's the common sense? Where's the good and decency in this world? What happened to the game?
Where's the pride, man?
Oh, my God. How does that
play
happen?
some damn defense. Where's the damn pride? I don't understand. That kind of stuff frustrates the hell out of me. I'm sorry, Dynamo. I'll stop interrupting. That drives me crazy, though. Have some self-respect. Have some respect for your teammates. Play some damn defense.
No way. There's no way. And that play is being shopped around. People are looking at it. People are hee-hee and ha-haing at our expense because we are sorry. And you know, when the beginning of the season started and the Grizzlies were just falling off a cliff, I was like, man, they're missing so many different people. Baba Yaga isn't there. I'd hate to be them, but thank God we're not them. And we're worse than them. Why are there so many injuries? Why are we missing so many people? It's making something that's bad worse. There's no excuses to be had here. When we had most of everyone that mattered, we still weren't doing too good. That game against the Trailblazers, that frustrated me. That frustrated so many different cells in my body because we were dominating them the entire game until about the end of the third quarter and then into the fourth. Well, we just gave it away. We were like, we don't want to win.
Nap.
I don't know how a team can get so high on themselves after being shit for years. And because you were dominating them by about 20 points, yeah, we're that. Yeah, guys, look. No. You can't do that. No, we're not allowed to do that. We got to at least get a championship before we can do that. No. And we threw that game away. We threw about one or two other games away that we should have won. And when I look down the schedule, we've got the worst schedule in the season, in the league, because Adam Silver has it out.
Oh, man, Dynamo wasn't going to matter.
We go one
Not
game
last year.
from playing the Bucks to the 76ers. Then we got to play Lakers. What is that? What? No. Stop. I look up and down the schedule. I could just pick all the games we're not going to win. Not going to win that one. Not going to win that one. Not going to win that one. We can't even beat the people who we're supposed to be better than. We can't beat anybody. We can't even beat ourselves. I don't know what's going to happen. Are we still rebuilding? They said, we're not rebuilding. We're restoring.
Restoring?
We're rebuilding. Shut up.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. What the hell is this restoring crap?
hear that.
We're regrowing.
For years now. Went through my mind just a little bit, regretting that we got Cade. I was like, oh no, why is this happening? I'm not supposed to be thinking like this. But then I see Tyrese Halliburton over here doing so great. And maybe stuff here is just not good. It's so bad that if Cade were somewhere else, he would be playing better.
Oh, no.
But I see him turn the ball over sometimes, and I just look at him like, well, you didn't have to make that pass right there. What are you doing? My grandmother, who watches basketball, don't even know about the intricacies and nuances of the game. She be looking at him and like, I mean, he's good and all, but he just turned the ball. He keep losing the ball to the other team. I was like, I don't know. I don't know why he's doing it. Monty Williams over here still playing games with Ivy coming off the bench, but you've got Killian Hayes out there. Get him out of here. I told you what to do about this man. I told you what to do with him. Take the team to the Detroit Zoo, and you lose Killian Hayes on purpose, and you lose Joe Harris. Or you go out into an open prairie somewhere in the United States, just go in an open swath of wildness, and then just say, go be free. And lock the door and drive away in the opposite direction. Leave them to their own devices. Do not come back here. I can't stand players that get so into their head they just don't know how to operate or do anything anymore. It's like, put the ball in the fucking hoop. It's not that, like, stop it.
That's the point of the game.
They mess up one time and they just can't get over themselves. Enough. How do these people function in real life? If you get curved by a girl, are you just celibate for the rest of your life? That's how they play basketball. They're virgins when it comes to getting the ball into the hoop. It's just bad. And when they're out there, they're just a net negative.
They're all simping over the rim. Just put the ball in.
Do anything. I can't take much more. I can't stand it. There are people who leave the comments. You guys are laughing at my expense.
No.
You get comedy out of this?
Let's go, James Harden to the Pistons. Oh, no. That's not going to help. Bro trying to distract himself from the Pistons L. You guys can always get James Harden later on. No. Oh, man. James Harden will not help a team.
Fills you with joy? No, I'm in pain. I'm suffering. You guys are supposed to be helping me. Supposed to be. Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Poor Dynamo. No, we're here for you. No, it's jokes. You would never know the Detroit Pistons have ever won a championship in their franchise's history with the way we get talked about, with how badly we get shat upon by the NBA community. Poverty franchise, but we've had 3, and then the guy who's talking, his has 0.
Is that a real term? Is that a real term that's being used for the Pistons? Poverty franchise? It's not just a joke. Like, that's a real thing. I thought Dynamo made that up. That's kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that term.
I've said this numerous times before. I will keep saying it again. I don't care how many of you think you deserve a championship or your team or your city. No. Until the day your city goes bankrupt. Until the day your city goes an extensive period of time without a mayor.
Yeah.
And until the day your city has a dog infestation.
Really?
Only then can you approach me with championship aspirations and say that your team deserves one just as much as us. Only then. Do you know what it's like to have a dog?
I don't. That's like, I mean, I hear about that going on in parts of China. I never experienced it though, and I never would have thought it would happen here in the States. What is it like?
Do you know how many breed of dog I was chased by at the end of school every day? Doberman one day, Rottweiler the next. Didn't succeed and run away from them either. The one time in my life I sagged my pants trying to be like everybody else.
Oh no, you can't run at that.
Swag and you don't have any. I did it once. I got my ass bit. Never did it again.
Holy shit.
That's Detroit Pistons. Everything.
That's
no,
Pistons.
No, it's not. This is all James Harden's fault. Because once he went to the Clippers, this losing, this unmitigated losing started. I don't care. I refuse to accept any accountability. I'm so hurt. I'm so broken. I'm so out of sorts. If we keep losing, we're on pace to lose as badly as we did last year.
Oh, it got worse.
You over here saying, "Oh, they're not even going to make. They're barely going to make the play-in, and if they make the play-in, they're going to get eliminated." Do you know how good that would be for us?
Yeah, we're talking about playoffs. Playoffs. They're trying to win a game.
Play-in is like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
For us, that would be amazing. I don't have high aspirations for the Pistons. I'm not asking for finals and stuff. All I want is for us to not be the worst.
Yeah,
team
improve.
in the NBA, or the second, or the third, or the fourth. That's not
No,
asking a lot.
it's not.
I just want that. Can I have that, please? Could you give that to me, Monty Williams?
Maybe next year, bro.
To Gores, the Tom Gordon order. Just give me a Christmas present by not being the worst team in the NBA. Because this season looks like it's lost already. Because we're going to be playing catch up and everybody's injured, everybody's out. People come back and then the rotation is all screwed to high heaven. And then we got Kevin Knox. We're signing him again. Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Oh.
Let me end this video. This isn't right. This isn't fair. I don't like this. I can't. Bye-bye.
Oh, no. Dude, Dynamo, knowing how bad this gets, like, this is sad. This is hard. This is hard to watch. I want to watch one more. I'm sorry. I don't know why I can't stop watching right now. Here's a like for you, my friend. Least I can do. I'm sorry. This one's called Pistons Just Lost to Nuggets with no Jokic or Mike Malone. Where was Coach? Hey, you're in the game here. Down by 3. Oh. Oh, no. Ooh. Fast break. Kinda. No, pull it back. Don't shoot. Dude, easy.
No, don't do that.
No. Too much traffic. What was that? Oh, no. Oh, what is that shot? Oh, whoa. Holy crap. I might have broke my TV if I was in your shoes. Pump fake. Bang. Oh, you missed it by a foot.
Like, if I want to kill myself, I will. It's not hard to die. I could do it like right now. But like number 2,
Jesus Christ.
Oh shit. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Dynamo, you doing all right?
I gotta wear this.
Detroit Lions.
Counteract the massive amount of ass that is going on with the Pistons. What more do you need to win a game? No Jamal Murray.
No Jamal
Jokic.
Murray.
No Mike Malone.
That's the whole team. Well, I mean, that's the core.
Do I have to get rid of the Nuggets
Yeah.
owner too? What about the GM?
Yeah.
The janitor.
Definitely.
The water boy. How many things do you need to go in your favor to gift wrap you a W?
So we've gone from him searching for any excuse to why they're losing. The refs, it's just young talent, the turnovers. Oh, man, the defense isn't quite there yet, but Monty will figure it out. To now, it's like everything is in Detroit's favor, and they still can't win. What a turnaround.
I'm trying to give it to him. Like, here, take it. No, I don't want that. I don't like winning. But I like doing that, though. Sorry. It's a habit. I turn the ball over occasionally, randomly, for no reason. Even if we had won this game, I wouldn't be happy. There's nothing to be happy about. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to beat a team without their coach without two of their star players. But you don't like doing what you're supposed to do. Then the stupid challenge that was at the end of the game. Like, Kate, the ball went off his hand. He's over here, running back. I was like, I thought you were challenging it for a foul, maybe, because that would have made more sense. But what a waste of a challenge. And then Monty Williams just goes on. He's like, why not? I mean, we don't have anything else to challenge for, because Lord knows we're going to find a way to lose. And down the stretch, the inability to score or do anything. Cade did great. He did what he was supposed to do. He kept getting to the line, which is something that he doesn't get often with the officiating. And these refs were so awful. It just to have Jokic kicked out and Mike Malone. Mike Malone looked like he wanted to
they got kicked out.
He just went over there and started something. But Jokic being kicked out, you're removing a treat from the fans, especially here in Detroit. We don't get anything here. We can't even get the stars the opposing teams can
Maybe
play.
they were trying to gift you one.
You kick him out. Thank God I didn't go to this game. I would have been highly pissed. Jokic getting kicked out like that. I need something to cheer about. The horrible officiating on both sides, except at least we were benefiting from some of it. And the refs are like, I mean, I've done all I can do.
Yeah,
Win the game.
finish the job.
The Pistons said, no, we don't do that here. I didn't even look at the beginning of this game because I assumed it was just going to be a loss after that abysmal crucifixion.
Oh, good God. 113 to 142 against a below 500 team in the Raptors. 2-12 record. Man, this is going to get so much worse, isn't it?
It happened the other day at the hands of the Raptors after extinct species. You know what the worst part about this is? The Nuggets didn't play particularly well down the stretch. And this is a diminished version of them anyway, just because Jokic and Murray.
Yeah, literally, they are the fourth quarter. They're the closers of the team.
Also, the unit that was there wasn't playing particularly well, and still, the Pistons can't manage to win. This is what we like to call in the anime community power scaling. This shows you just how bad the Pistons are. You would have never beaten the Nuggets with Jokic. You would have never beaten the Nuggets if Jamal Murray was there and Jokic wasn't there. But without both of them there, and without Mike Malone, and just the guys that are there on the Nuggets not playing too great, you're still worse than that. There's a tier system. There's pee, then there's urine. Urine is like an advanced form of pee, extra nasty. Then there's poo-poo. Then there's boo-boo. Then there's doo-doo. And you're lower than that. I keep setting low expectations for you, and you take it as a personal challenge, and you limbo your way even further into oblivion for all the world to see, and for people to in the comments. Oh, I don't know what more is there to strive to do. You look in some ways worse than last year. This shouldn't be happening. Why is everyone out on this team? Why is everyone injured?
Oh, no.
These lineups? Killian Hayes had the ball. I don't never. What does he do that isn't abysmal? Stop letting him touch the ball. He is not worth it. There's no trade out there for him. You can't trade him, and you can't trade Joe Harris. And Marvin Bagley did some good things in here, but it's like the turnovers with him and like some kind of like foolish moves. And other people doing foolish moves, like there's traveling and there's other things. You got the refs who don't like us. We've got ops in our own arena. There are too many things working against us, and we're trash. You can't have all of these things at once.
Yeah.
It's one thing to be bad but then you don't have all of these outside forces getting in your way. But when you're trash, it makes it so much worse. It's like living in a dilapidated house with termites and squirrels and raccoons and the occasional possum that just comes in whenever you want to. And you're like, well, I mean, just look at what's going on here. I can't.
The possum is judgmental. Like, what is this trash? I'm out of here.
Oh my, so humiliating, so embarrassing. There's nothing to discuss anymore. What point is there in me making a video on the Detroit Pistons? And why
Descend into madness.
He was just gonna be like, "Hi guys, we're bad. Hi guys, we're bad. Oh, hi guys, we're still bad. There's no new information.
Hey, we're worse.
Here, so I'm just not gonna do it anymore. What's the point? It's horrible. I'm not going to see cool and unusual punishment be displayed on national television, or not even national television. Just
why can't I
television.
stop laughing at this?
The state itself is suffering because of what's being displayed on that television screen. So I'm just going to turn it off.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For tuning in. Videos and stuff to come tomorrow, hopefully. Power of Hogan.
Oh my God. Oh no. Okay. I'm going to stop it there. The descent into madness has begun. We got our intro to this, seeing how optimistic. It's so sad, man. He was so optimistic just a little bit ago, and now look at now this is a sad reality. I'm sorry, you make it really hard not to laugh at these videos, Dynamo. Like, I'm not trying to laugh at your misery, but as a fellow sports fan who's been disappointed year after year after year after year since 1982 over here, I feel your pain. And from the outside, man, I don't know. It's just entertaining. And you made a playlist out of this, so obviously you know this is entertaining. I doubt you'll ever rewatch this yourself, because you don't want to relive it unless you're watching this video right now. And then I just have to say again, man, I'm sorry for laughing. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the trash ass Pistons from last year, because that was a trash team. But I am excited to go down this rabbit hole and see the rest of this, to see how bad this gets, because you got 30 videos in here. So we're on the 8th video, and we got a ways to go. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it off here, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this is a little different. This is not Dynamo's normal material, by the way. Hopefully you guys know I've done I've reacted to plenty of other Dynamo videos. Absolutely hilarious. And once you know that sense of humor from him, seeing this hits kind of different. It hits kind of different. God, he's really frustrated. All right, everyone, fellow Detroit Pistons fans, chime in below. Is this ringing a bell to you? Is this feeling kind of familiar to the journey you went through last year? Do you guys want me to continue on? I'm gonna continue on. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see the rest of this, no matter what. But yeah, chime in below. Let me know what you think. Guys, we'll have a conversation in the comments like we always do. I appreciate you all. Dynamo, I appreciate you. You know, man, the Pistons might be on the decline, but your channel is on the rise, man. You know, keep trucking. You're doing great things. All right, I'm out of here. I'm at a loss for words. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.